Greetings everyone. Today is February 1st of 23 and this video will be again a video on pruning, what I do here in my fig grow room. Currently I made a video a couple of days ago and I shown this particular tree right there, and somebody posted a comment asking me why did I prune my tree now at this time of the year compared to maybe when it was dormant. So I want to explain again my concept here and show you my trees again here. Okay, these are all my tools that I have. As you can see, they are very dense in foliage right now. There isn't much room for them. In fact, here now there are 71 trees. Ideally, I would like to see half of them here. For that reason, my trees, they have to be more compact, more narrow in stature. They don't have much room to spread their branches out. And also, I also mentioned that in pretty much in every video, that this is more like a project, more experimental trial for me. I want to prove, to confirm my method, that giving my trees a head start in this way, I'm gonna be able to ripen all of these varieties, even the latest varieties, during the regular growing season. My main month to ripen is July. It is the hottest month. So latest varieties I want to see July to August, maybe even into September. September sometimes is very nice and warm, although the days are shorter. And some early varieties will be ripe probably sometime in June. With my previous seasons, I had Hardy Chicago only with a month and a half of a head start, and not even in these conditions will produce for me in July. Like sometime in July, I had fruit from that particular variety. So that's the reason I'm gonna just make a disclosure now pretty much in every video. Maybe I'll put a writing disclosure in the beginning of the video that what I do here is mostly for entertaining purposes. You can watch me do my trees for that gonna fit this fig room, and do not necessarily consider doing this to your trees. If I had more room, of course, I would make my trees go wider and promote more fruiting. In my case, quality is what I'm looking for, not quantity. All I need is just 2-3 fruits. I'll be satisfied with even one fruit from a tree, just so I can confirm variety and I have a good tasting main fruit. That's all I need. Maybe in the future I do have ideas and plans. I'm gonna look for more fruit production, but as of now all I need is confirmation of this method of giving the trees a head start. Okay, so for that reason I'm gonna go back now to this tree and explain again what I did. This is Vela and Negra, and now it is pruned, but I'm gonna show you what I did remove. And now looking back at this tree, I think I can even remove a little bit more of it. I'm going to just do a close-up here so you can see. These are the, I believe, 3 branches that I have removed from this tree. So one of them was, let's see, this one maybe was here, growing upwards like that. This one, again, growing upwards here. And the third one was here. You can see how many shoots, for example, let's take one branch at a time. This branch here has already. On this particular branch, I have left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 branches, now secondary branches from this branch. And it's quite condensed with that. I do not need that many branches here. The more branching, the dense foliage will be, it will be harder for the sun to penetrate onto all of the fruits if they form on this branch. So especially this one here that was on the top, it will, you know, shade most of the fruit or branches on the bottom between them, underneath him. So for that reason, now looking at this branch right there, I'm seeing this branch growing upward, and I'm going to remove that particular tip. Okay, so I'm going to do even more. Now looking here, I have one side branch, that's nice. One on the bottom growing outside, that's good. This one that's going to grow upward, I really do not need, and I'm going to remove that one. This one I can keep. Okay. Same thing on this branch. Let me find it. You can see this one again was shadowing the branch underneath, and it was growing straight upward. I do not need branches to grow upwards. I want them to spread downward. And I already have 1, 2, and 3 branches growing nicely in this area, more horizontally. More sun will now shine on those, and you will not have this like an umbrella branch shadowing those. And the third one, again, branch, this tip was growing upward, same thing. It will shadow these branches on the bottom. I'm looking at these buds in the back. Let me see if I can turn this sideways. I already have some branches starting here, these shoots, they're developing, and I left one on the tip right there. I can possibly remove even this one and keep the one underneath. In fact, this is what I'll do. I will remove now this one here and keep that branch right there. Since they're growing in the same direction, and this one shows you know, some fig mosaic virus, I'll see what's going to happen with this branch. That's it. I'm making my tree more compact, as you can see now, and has already, you know, chances to produce main fruit. I looked with my magnifying glass here if I can spot any. You can see here, this is very helpful, you know, tool. So far I do not notice any double bumps. It's still early maybe. This one possibly has some, but it's early. And that's all I need. And now I'm gonna just take you to the next tree that I haven't pruned yet. So let me just clear this one. I'll show you 3 trees now. Okay, this is Adriatic JH. And it has a very nice. First of all, I'm gonna now disinfect my pruners. So every time I do this, I'm gonna place or use a brush and disinfect the pruner. The sooner the better, easier the sap will be removed. If you wait just a minute longer, then the sap will stick. It will be harder to remove. Okay, I'm gonna just keep it in the solution. Okay, now let me show you this particular tree. What I have here. Let's take a look at the branching first. I have 1 branch on the bottom, which is the strongest, 2, 3, 4, and then one in the back, which is very weak. This one here, however, it is very healthy. It has no sign of FMV. I'm gonna keep this branch just to see how much it will grow. I can possibly use the tip to propagate. For that reason, I'm gonna keep that branch. Otherwise, I do not need this branch on the bottom. I'm looking at the 3 branches in this case. Again, When I say 3 branches, I do not necessarily mean that you have to keep your trees with that system. In fact, I have one tree in the back, that one there, Petrovača. It has 9 branches and it's a much taller tree, but I decided to have that one as a taller tree. We'll see what's going to happen with their fruit. I want to confirm the variety and see, but not necessarily have to be a 3-branch system. Okay. So looking at this tree, what I want to keep, again, I already pruned this branch there, and then this one here, that one there. This tree is already been pruned. Now what I do is refinement. I'm just controlling the amount of branches and the size of the tree. This is pretty much similar to thinning on a fruit tree. When you have too much of a fruit, you want to thin it out, remove a lot of those fruit, and then allow whatever it's remained to grow bigger and of better quality. So, looking at this top, let's go with the top branch. We have a nice spreading. However, even this branch has grown very long. Now it's already about 10 inches in growth. Let me see if I can show this correctly. As you can see here, this shoot is already about 10 inches, maybe even 11 in length. I do not need, of course, this to be that wide. For that reason, again, I will remove this tip right now, for now. On the other side, I have, on this branch, I have 2 very weak branches and they have signs of FMV. Now what I'm looking is the branch on the bottom. It has this bud right there, one on the top. I'm gonna look to see what kind of growth I will have from this bud here, if it will be healthier than these 2 that I have, and possibly leave this one instead of this main shoot. Let's take a look at one in the back again. This has 3 breva fruit there, this one here, and then one right there. Again, this one is getting taller. It has 1, 2, 3. Looking with my magnifying glass, and I can see that this one doesn't have 2 bumps yet, 2 nodes, so I'm gonna just prevent this from growing even further, even taller. So I will remove that tip. Now looking at this branch right there. Now this one I already looked. There is 2 bumps on this node right there, and again in this one here. So I will have a main crop from this Adriatic JH, and then also to try this breva. In this case, I'm gonna just keep this shoot for one more node to appear right there, fruiting node, and then I will remove this tip. Let's take a look at now this 4th branch here. My original branch to keep it as a 3rd was either this one or this branch on the bottom. I wasn't sure, that's why I kept the 4. Sometimes I'm not sure which branch I'm gonna keep. I wait till they start growing and then I decide what I have. In this case, this branch has this very weak FMV, shows right there on that growth. On this side, it looks pretty healthy. However, the branch is weaker. It has one shoot right there from underneath. I'm gonna try to promote this bud and this bud right there. For that reason, I will remove this tip, just like that. In the future, I will possibly remove the whole branch if I don't see a healthy growth from these 2 nodes right there, these buds. I'm gonna keep this one since it looks nice, it looks healthy, and also when you keep the tip of that branch, it promotes sap flowing all the way to the tip, and it will feed these nodes right there, these buds too. My experience is with the fig trees, sometimes if you prune to the node that you want to promote and it doesn't have any kind of growth, there will be a dieback. Sometimes it happens. But if you keep one shoot or whatever, could be one leaf or something like that, it will make the system flow. This is a common practice during grafting, and you can watch Jamie Sakadura's videos, and you can notice on his videos when he has a graft, he will keep the top of that branch in order for the system to still function. Okay, now with this branch right there is very strong. For some reason I have pruned this branch. It was probably growing very, very straight up, and I was hoping for this bud to develop. Let me see if you can see that. Right there. However, it produced a fruit. I do not need a fruit, so I'm gonna remove this breba for now. I will hope that it will send a shoot on this side to fill this space right there, and then I can possibly remove this branch. Another way for me to do this is to wire this up, and I can just move this branch into this new location, and then I have to decide on which of these branches I can choose. If I can twist this branch like that, then I can possibly leave this top branch, which is the strongest also. Otherwise, I have another option right there. This one shows sign of fig mosaic virus here. However, the tip is growing very healthy. I will, for now, just remove this tip, and looking under magnifying glass, I can see that I have a double bumps right there. Let me see if I can show this also, so you know what I talk about.